Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you so much for choosing Horizon TV this beautiful day. We had previously talked about, or we had a discussion on education abroad. Today we've brought you a lady who has studied, or rather studying abroad in the University of Colombia, and is going to tell us about her experience. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam. Thank you so much for having me here today.
Really pleasure. So today we have this discussion about experience as a student of University of New York in the city, University of Colombia in the city of New York. Maybe you can give us your experience as a student there.
Sure, yes. So my hometown is originally Dublin, Ohio, which is a state about 10-hour car drive away from New York City, or about 2 hours in the plane.
Okay.
But it is a very amazing experience that I've had at this university. So this university is very diverse. It has many different students from different cultures, different religions, different countries. So I think the biggest part of my education that I've gotten here is being able to meet so many different people that I otherwise wouldn't have been able to.
Okay. What are these kind of people you've met, and you feel like it's really a great experience for you?
Sure, yeah. So I think one big thing was the people of many different religions that I was able to meet. So obviously I myself am a Muslim, but at this school there are also people from who believe in Hinduism, Judaism, Sikhism, Christianity, and there are also even atheist people. So one big thing at Colombia is they want all the students to learn from each other, to learn about how other people live, how other people practice. And I think being able to talk to my students and my peers in these classes with me, where I learn my education obviously, but aside from that, I'm also able to learn about all these different cultures and how people grow up in their families and are taught their faith, and then how they bring that with them to university.
Okay. I trust that New York is not your residential area, right?
No.
So probably what really inspired you to take a course in New York?
Sure. So New York City is known as, the Big Apple. It's the big hub of America. Everyone talks about New York City. But I think the thing that drew me more to Columbia University specifically is the broadness of its program. So I'm studying engineering. I'm a computer science and applied math major. However, one big thing about Columbia's education that we focus on is getting a wide variety of courses. So even as an engineering student, I'm able to take courses where I learn about literature, art humanities, music humanities. And this has been really crucial to my education because I think it's very important in order to be well-rounded. You need to be able to obviously be an expert in what you're passionate about, create a career from that. But you also need to be able to learn how to interact with the community and world around you.
Yeah. So what's the difference between studying in your residential area and the New York City? How has it been?
Yeah, so I think New York City just has so many more opportunities. So Ohio is more of a suburbial state. There's lots of corn and lots of gardening. But in New York City, it's a huge city. So people from all over, it's very busy. There's always something to do. There's so many opportunities, so many different people to meet and work with. So I think I've really been able to apply what I'm learning to my everyday life in New York City.
Wow, amazing. You say you are really applying what you are really learning. Wow, mashallah, that is really amazing. So probably in life we encounter different challenges probably. So perhaps on your end, what are the challenges that you have encountered and how have you coped with?
Sure. Yeah, so I think one big challenge coming to university is you have to be able to understand your faith, your practice in a way that you are comfortable with. And this is the first time, like I don't live with my family or my parents anymore, but you have to be able to learn how to practice your own faith and keep that imam with you in a place where people are practicing a bunch of different things, where there's a lot of, especially like in America, there's a lot of Western influence. There's many just new experiences that you get. So I think being able to find your faith and practice it in a way that makes you happy and brings you closer to Allah is very important. And I think the main thing that's been able to strengthen my relationship with my faith has been the community. So the group of like my friends and peers there who face some of these similar challenges, we're really able to bond over that and talk about these challenges that we face, but I think that brings us closer together.
That is how you cope up with it, right? The challenges of not going through with your faith, keeping your iman high. What about other students? What are the general challenges that other students face?
Sure. So Columbia University is a very rigorous academic program. So I think a big challenge is just being able to keep well, like good mental health, good physical health while you're at the university, because the courses can get very challenging and it can quickly become your entire life. So I think while being at university, you know, you live in the dorms, you wake up, you go to class, you come back, you do work, and then you go to more classes. But it's very important to take care of yourself. And I think this is something that a lot of students struggle with, especially at Columbia University, because it can be very competitive and you're oftentimes comparing yourself to other peers, and that can make you feel maybe not as satisfied with yourself as you want to be. So I think keeping a good mental health is very important, but that's one of the big challenges that students face.
Okay, so many students would like to study abroad, not in their local universities or colleges. Probably, what are the benefits these people or these students are getting studying abroad?
I think the experience of studying abroad is one that is so invaluable and, is so valuable that you just can't experience and learn the things that you do abroad unless you actually take that step and go abroad. I think once you're surrounded by people that you've never known before, culture that you've never experienced before, it helps you learn how to adapt. And I think that's a very important skill to have just in life.
And as an individual, probably, how has studying in Colombia University, impacted your career-wise?
I think it's impacted my career in the way that I have many opportunities. I'm very thankful to be in a city where technology is very big, it's very up and coming. There's new advances being made in this field every day. And a lot of the big tech companies that have these really good opportunities are located in New York City. So again, like getting that hands-on experience, being able to visit a company that maybe like, you know, like Apple or Microsoft, maybe something that is making these products that I'm using every day. And if I want to one day work in these fields, it's very good to have that hands-on research, that hand-on experience close by. But I think for me specifically, I'm very interested in research. I hopefully want to get my PhD one day in computer science. Thank you. But the Columbia University has so many research opportunities, and I think that's been the biggest help for me in advancing my education there. I work in a research lab right now, and I'm very thankful to have gotten the experience and learned what I have from there.
Now you're on a tour to Kenya, right?
So I'm actually here with a program from Columbia University. It's called the Craft Global Fellows Program. So I'm not actually taking any specific courses here. However, I'm here with a group of 5 other students along with our university chaplain. Her name is Chaplain Davis, and she's a wonderful woman. But we're actually here, all 5 of us are from very different academic, cultural, and religious backgrounds. And we all came to Kenya to learn how people practice their faith here, like all different faiths, and to also just learn from the culture of Kenya.
Wow, that is really amazing. So we have those students from Kenya who are really trying to figure out what course to take, what university to go to, like they are really planning to study abroad. What preparation do you think the students who opt to study in the Columbia University should do or should make?
Sure. I think following your passion is the biggest advice I could give you. I don't think, like, although you can force yourself to do something maybe that your parents want you to do, or, you know, being a doctor or being an engineer, like, you know, these things sound really good to say, but I strongly believe that you will only be successful in life if you follow your passion. So, so just follow your passion, and I think the opportunities will come with that.
Okay, there is a discrimination of women or something like that. Women are not being given the higher priorities or something like that. What can you say about that thing? Because you might had, or rather you've had so many incidents whereby ladies cannot take courses that men do take. What would you say about that one?
Sure, yeah, I think that's a very prevalent issue, and you're very correct that there is that discrimination. I think I'm very thankful to be in a country where that is an issue that is very talked about, and we're trying to make advances. However, it is still a big issue. But I think something that I try to do is use that lessness that we are given as women, like use it to your benefit. So find programs that are geared towards like uplifting women, find programs that are specifically for women, or maybe even women of color. Like find opportunities and use the fact that you are a woman to, you know, learn from the world around you and get a foot up in this world.
Wow, that's really amazing. Something else, we have so many students who like to study abroad. I know you've mentioned about being faithful to whatever you want to study, or rather stick to what you feel like you want to do, not being pushed, not allowing your mind to be pushed by other people. So what advice will you give the student who wants to study abroad?
the advice I would give to students who want to study abroad is be flexible and be open. You might not end up in the country that you originally wanted to end up in. You might, things might seem like it's just the worst day and you didn't get into anything that you applied to, or, everything is just going wrong. But just have faith. I think have faith in yourself is my biggest piece of advice, because as long as you keep trying, you will be successful.
You keep trying and Allah will open the door for you, right?
Inshallah.
Wow, mashallah. Yes. What would you tell people about the university, or rather the Colombia University?
One thing that I would tell them? Oh, there's so many, but I'm just very thankful to be at a university of this prestige and with as many opportunities that Colombia has. We have, I'm an undergraduate student there, but a big part of Colombia's population is their graduate studies. So they have many schools, like a school for architecture, a school for climate, medical school, dental school, law school. So I think the best thing about Colombia is that there's always resources available to help you. And the people who attend this university with you just are incredible. Like everyone has such an amazing story that you wouldn't believe. So yeah, and I'm someone who loves to talk, but even if I didn't, I think just the friends that I have, when I first met them, I had no idea the stories that they all hold. But yeah,
so you are telling us about your experience in the New York City. What about your experience in the continent of Africa, and especially in Kenya?
Sure, yes. So this is my first time in Africa, and it has been beyond amazing. I think before coming here, I was a little bit scared because I have never traveled this far without my family, and it was definitely new for me. Like I wasn't sure how the culture was going to be. I wasn't sure if I would be able to, feel comfortable here. But everyone is so kind in Kenya. That's the biggest thing, because in New York, people are always busy. People are just in a rush. They want to get from one place to another. But here in Kenya, I've met people who are just so kind and willing to take the time to talk to you and learn about, who you are. And that's been really amazing. And you guys have such an amazing culture here in Kenya. I've been very thankful to attend many lectures here with the program that I'm here with. We went to a sustainable farming lecture. We're going to a lecture today about the history of India. And just seeing, not only like seeing these things, but being able to talk to the people who live here, who do these things, has been incredible.
Wow, it's really an honor also having to host you here at Horizon TV. Okay, generally we have youths. Okay, let's talk about people of your same age, the same age as you. There are so many challenges they go through. There are cyberbullying, there are other challenges, physical, there are emotional challenges, something like that. What would you advise them?
What I would advise these people facing these challenges is don't be afraid to reach out. It can feel very isolating at times, especially as a university student, leaving your family and having to take this next big step in your life. But don't forget that people are always there for you. Like, no matter how hard times get, like, there's someone out there who is willing to listen to you, and you just need to reach out and find those resources. Yeah, and then also, again, just always have faith in yourself.
Wow, that's amazing. I think that is clear. Have faith in yourself, and once you communicate, definitely you won't miss somebody who wants to listen to you. That is a message from our sister, or a student at Columbia University in the city of New York. Her name is Soaiba Nuzhat. She is from Ohio. Mashallah, that is really amazing having her here and explain to us her experience as a student who studies abroad, not locally. Now you've had her. What is your next step? Until next time, my name is Zamzam Ahmed. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.